Just be careful when you hold your sax that you're not holding it in delicate areas. Don't forget that you want to be really, really gentle with your saxophone. I'm sure if you have one, you know that they're not cheap, and you know there's something that you really want to be very delicate with. So as you can see, I'm holding it in sort of areas where there aren't a lot of keys. I'm not gripping it here, or I'm not holding it by some key or a key guard. Probably a really great place to hold the sax is by the bell, which is this big part at the end here, because there's not a lot of key mechanisms on the one side. So you can hold that, and it's quite a solid place to hold the saxophone without causing too much damage. The sort of rest of the sax is called the body, and then the neck, just like a human neck, will go in the top of the saxophone. So there are often screws where the neck enters because you have to tighten the neck onto the sax. So just make sure that the screws aren't tight before you start this process, because you can struggle to get in. So make sure your screws are loose. And just like we did with the mouthpiece, you want to put it in and just wiggle it gently. Okay, again, you don't want to be forcing the neck in. You don't want to be fighting with the saxophone or bullying it. If it's struggling to go in, make sure that you get some cork grease and put it on, and really just be gentle. Really just be gentle. Get the mouthpiece on the neck on the saxophone. Now, at first, the saxophone, you might want to line the neck up directly straight with the sax. This, in reality, is often not what it ends up being, because you find your own way of being comfortable with your saxophone. But for now, we're just going to put the neck on, reed facing downwards, and we're going to tighten that top screw, because that prevents the saxophone neck from wobbling around while you're trying to play it. Okay? Right, so we've got our saxophone together. We've got our mouthpiece on the neck and the neck on the body. And what we want to do now is attach the saxophone to ourselves. And you'll notice that the back of the sax is a little ring. This is for your neck strap. And what you should do is plug your neck strap into that ring, and immediately the saxophone is a lot safer because it's hanging around your neck, and that takes a lot of the weight off your hands. If, for example, this neck strap wasn't on, trying to play the saxophone purely by holding it is really heavy, and you're probably going to struggle to play a lot of different things because you're just trying to hold the sax. But you put the neck strap on, and there we have it. So let me take you through where you'd put your hands on the saxophone now that the neck strap is on. Just below the neck strap ring, you'll notice there's something called a thumb hook. Okay? And that the thumb hook is behind the saxophone. It's for your right hand. And in addition to the neck strap, you'll see that just with the neck strap and the thumb hook, you can hold the saxophone quite successfully. Above the neck strap hook, you've got a thumb rest. Now, on my saxophone, the thumb rest is golden, but on a lot of saxophones, it's a black piece of plastic. So it doesn't do anything at all. It doesn't change any keys. It doesn't change anything. It's purely a thumb rest that you rest your left-hand thumb on. Then you've got the neck strap hook, and you've got your right thumb under the thumb hook. And that's how you're going to hold the sax.